Well, hello there, and welcome back to another video of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers, guys. Last time we cleared our second dungeon. I guess before that we actually joined the exploration team, or we became an exploration team, and yeah, we're gonna be doing our thing here. Indeed. So we're just gonna start just progressing through the journey. We're still a little bit confused why we're a human turned into a Pokemon, but all will be figured out soon, right? So we're just gonna keep continuing our journey here. And 3 smiles go for miles. Okay, Pokemon, time to get to work. Hooray! So we finished our first kind of job last time. Got a few items, a little bit of money. And today, we kind of just continue, I suppose. Oh, you two, still wandering around lost, it seems? Well, come with me. Yeah, so we haven't really been able to explore on our own yet. But eventually eventually we'll get to that. Huh? Last time we did a job, it was from the board on the other side. Correct. Today, we'll have you do a job listed on this side. How is this different from the board on the other side? Take a closer look. Oh, look. There are posters up here that show a variety of Pokemon. Wow, they all look pretty cool. Are they famous explorers? Who are these Pokemon, Chatot? The Pokemon posted here are outlaws. They're all shady characters, and they're wanted for committing crimes. Oh no. They're outlaws? Correct. So there are bounties on their heads. In other words, there is a catch reward if you capture one. There are so many aggressive Pokemon out these days that everyone's finding it hard to keep up with the problem. Wait, you're telling us to go catch these outlaws? You can't be serious, that's not possible. Hee hee, just joking. The bad guys out there come in all shades of badness. Some of those Pokemon are completely wicked through and through, but there are also bad Pokemon who are merely petty thieves. So you got evil to naughty, and everything in between. So I'm sure you can avoid giving you a job catching a super bad Pokemon. Hee hee. So look over these posters, then pick a Pokemon that looks weak enough for you to bring to justice. You say some are weak, but they're still bad Pokemon, aren't they? I'm scared of dangerous Pokemon. It's all part of your training. You work through it, sure. But I suppose you need to be prepared to confront a tough opponent. So I'll have someone give you a tour of the facilities. Hey, Bidoof. Yup. Huff, puff, huff. You called? Ah, Bidoof. These are the new recruits that just joined us. Take them and show them around the town. Yes, sir. By golly, I'll do just that. Yup. This is Bidoof. He's one of your fellow apprentices. I want you to pay attention to what Bidoof has to say and follow his orders. Off you go. Aw shucks, I'm overjoyed. Why is that? I'm glad to have members junior to me. I'm almost overcome right now. I might just blubber with happiness. Before you all signed on, I was the most recent rookie. Sniffle. Well, I'd best show you around. Come with me, please. Alright, so I mentioned that we need to look around the place, but I guess Bidoof is going to help us look around the place here, which is very good. Here we have Krogunk. But to tell the truth, I don't have any idea what that Pokemon's up to. He always seems to be fiddling around with that big cauldron back there. It's all a mystery to me. Yup. Over that way's the mess hall. And if you look all that way, you'll find the crew rooms. And that there leads to Guildmaster's chamber. Next, I'll guide you around places outside the guild. This music you're going to be hearing a lot too, so get familiar with it. I hear you can make a record of your adventures at that watering hole. Usually you can make a record of your adventure by going to your bed at the guild. Yup. Seems you can make a record of your adventure over there too. By golly, it's a handy spot when you want to record your adventure frequently. So I guess we can save at that pool. This is the main square for the local Pokemon. It's called Treasure Town. Oh, I can tell you about Treasure Town too. That over there is Duskull Bank. We can save our money there. And that over there is Electrovire Link Shop. That's where you can do things like link moves together, but it looks as if Electrovire isn't here today, or they want to lock that feature away from us. Here we have Kecleon Market. You can buy and sell items here. And there's King's Kong Storage. Items stored here will never be lost. If you have precious items that you can't afford to lose, store them here before you go on an adventure. And those are the basic places that exploration teams visit. And that should do it. You sure know a lot, yes sir. And that's good to know. Alright then, come find me when you're all ready to go. I'll give you a helping hand with selecting the right outlaw for you. Thank you, Bidoof, you're really nice. Go, you're embarrassing me, aw shucks. I'll be waiting at the guild upper underground floor for you. By the way, there's been nothing on the top screen this entire time. Alright, let's go. I'd like to see what kind of items are available. Let's go to the Kecleon Market. Before we head, before I head back, a visit to the Kecleon Market is a must. So, yeah, so we can store our money at the bank. We don't have any money to withdraw. So, there's there. Exploration teams gather here from all over. Our own team CG is one of them. We're a 2-member exploration team. We're CDOT and Pidgey. Our team named CG combines our name, so remember it. Hey, you there. You must be New Rookie's Guild, aren't you? Hey, my name is Corfish. I'm apprentice at Wigglytuff's Guild too. Hey. If you know what's going on, whatever, you can ask me. You got that? Hey. Eek! Oh my gosh, the new guild recruits. Delighted to meet you. You can get all sorts of things here. It's quite convenient. Do build a stock of items that will aid your exploration. So we got Chansey Shop, which we don't know what is. There's a notice posted here. Something's written on it. Marowak's dojo has collapsed, but it will rise from the rubbles again. Yes, the dojo will be resurrected to its former glory. Marowak Dojo Sensei. So yes, dojo, Marowak's dojo, Chansey's eggs. I'm not sure. I don't exactly remember what those are, to be 100% honest with you guys. I don't even know how linking move works, to be honest with you guys as well. Our team is called Team Tasty. The cool name was thought up by my partner Wormful next to me. What do you think? Cool name, am I right? Excuse me, why did I pick the name Team Tasty? Well, I think that's how my partner will think of me eventually. Yeesh. Alright. So we got Kecleon Shop. We have Xatu. This is my favorite shop. If I remember playing this game, this is my favorite shop. We'll get to that when we get to that. Unfortunately, we can't get to that now, but yeah, Xatu Shop is my favorite. Yo, are you the 2 new apprentices at the guild? Hello, my name is Vigoroth. I'm not good at sitting still. I always bursting with energy. Great to meet you. Hello, welcome to King's Kong Storage. We're gonna be here often, I'm gonna be here often because I'm gonna store a lot of items. I'm gonna store a lot of items here, so it's yeah, basically after every dungeon, it's good to just store items because you don't want to run out of storage space. Obviously, there's certain items that we need to keep. I always like keeping food. I always like keeping, for example, orange berries to help me heal. There are certain other items that I like to have in my inventory. And honestly, some of them I might be able to buy here in a little bit. We are Team Ebony. We travel and explore all over. I heard a thing, darlings? Well, do I even have an eye for sparklies? I keep telling my partner that we should seek out flashy baubles and glamorous glitz, but Shuppet always reacts coolly to my suggestion, but she seems not to hear, or she just won't listen. Art is aggravating. If we go on over here, it's another cliff. This is the cliff we saw earlier. It looks like a shark's mouth at the bottom. Again, nothing on the top screen, but shark's mouth at the bottom. This area isn't really important now, but spoilers, it will be used in the future. So, let's go to Kecleon shop. Welcome to Kecleon shop. Alright, so here we can buy gummies, which raise IQ. It's one of those stats that we need to raise IQ. And again, the more IQ you have, kind of the more, Little Marrow and Azumarill. Welcome, my young friends. So this is why Mudkip wanted us to talk with the Kecleon shop, so that we get this, I guess, story progression. Hello, may I buy an apple? Oh, most certainly. But an apple. Thank you, Mr. Kecleon. No, thank you, my young friends. You are to be admired. You see, those delightful children are brothers. Lately, their poor mother has fallen sick, so these youngsters come and do the shopping for her. It's quite remarkable though, very young, they've stepped up and taken charge. Mr. Kecleon, what's the hurry? What makes you return in such a rush? There was an extra apple. We didn't pay for this many. Oh yes, that, young friends, is a gift from me and my brother. Please share it among yourselves and do enjoy. Really? Yay, thank you, Mr. Kecleon and Mr. Kecleon. Not to worry, my friends. Do take care on your way home. Youch. We're sorry to bother you. Thank you so much. I give the apple back to Azumarill, but then suddenly... what was that? Dizzy or am I... Help. What was that? I'm sure I heard a shout for help just now. Did that shout come from you? Is something the matter? Hey Azumarill, what's going on? Hurry home. Yup, I'm coming. Wait up. Are you alright? Yep. We're done with our shopping. Now we gotta look for an item we've lost. Let's get along. Yep, I'm coming. Ha, those little guys are cute. Oh? What's the matter? Did I hear a shout for help just now? No, I didn't hear anything like that. Hey, Kecleon brothers. Did you hear anything strange just a moment ago? No, nothing out of the ordinary. I didn't hear anything odd either. Sounds like the Kecleon brothers didn't hear anything odd either. You must have imagined it. No, I'm positive that I didn't imagine it. I definitely heard it. That shot that I heard. Help. There's no mistaking it. That was Azumarill's scream. Oh, are you daydreaming? Let's move it. What was I talking about? I was talking about IQ. So again, the more gummies we eat, the higher IQs we get. So we unlock more IQ skills, in which we basically unlock certain... It's kind of the skill tree. If you want to talk about in that term, skill trees, we're able to have certain abilities. Alright. So with this Kecleon, we can get TMs and orbs. Orbs do, they basically have certain things that they do. Maybe affect the dungeon, affect us. Orbs are very important. You saw with normal Kecleon sold max elixir. Max Elixir is an item I like to keep on my inventory. Not super important early game, but late game, when you go into deep dungeons, you might run out of PP on your moves. And so having a max elixir to restore your PP so that you keep doing big damage is important. And yeah, certain orbs and TMs are also important to keep as well. But regardless, oh, what's going on there? Yay, thank you. Please, it's nothing. What's going on? Oh, hi. Some time ago we lost an item that's pretty important to us. We've been looking all over, but we haven't found it yet. Then Mr. Drowsy came along. He says he may have seen our lost item somewhere. He even offered to help us look for it. We're so happy about this. Yay, that's great for you. Thank you, Mr. Drowsy. Oh please, I have to have a cold heart to ignore kids in need. I can't turn a blind eye. Let us be on our way to begin our search. Yep. Whoops, excuse me. What is this? That Drowsy sure is nice Pokemon, isn't he? I'm impressed. With more and more bad Pokemon around, it's hard to do good deeds. It's happening again. Another dizzy spell. If you keep being difficult, it will mean big trouble for you. Help! What was that? It would be nice if those little guys found their item soon. What's the matter? You're looking awfully grim. You want to tell me something? What? You had a dizzy spell, then you saw Azumarill being threatened by Drowsy? So you want to go rescue Azumarill right away? It's an emergency. Well, what you described does sound like an emergency, but, well, it's not like I don't trust you, but I just can't believe it. After all, Drowsy seemed to be a sincerely nice Pokemon, didn't he? I watched the three of them go off earlier. They looked like they were having a good time, didn't they? You're probably just tired. Maybe that's why you just had that bad daydream. Was that it? Maybe just a bad daydream. But come to think of it, that Drowsy didn't seem like a bad Pokemon. Anyway, we're only apprentices. We can't just go do whatever we want. Sure, it's worrying, but we have to concentrate on our guild work for now. Let's get ourselves ready to explore. Then we should find Bidoof. Bidoof's supposed to be waiting for us on the guild's upper underground floor. Let's go. I'm just gonna zoom out a little bit because my my forearm needs a little bit of rest. But yes. So, unlike normal Pokemon games, you can see that because this is a mystery dungeon game, we can explore a little bit more interesting things. In normal Pokemon games, you just play as a normal human. I mean, sometimes, for example, in Gala Darkness, you're more than just a cool human. You have, like, cool features. But generally speaking, it's just you're a normal human. But in this game, what's cool about Mystery Dungeon is that you're a Pokemon, and so, normal traditional rules are broken, and they can explore certain things, like for example, your character being able to potentially look in the future. Was that future sight, or maybe I'm just dreaming? We'll see. Anyways, let's just go straight to it. You folks are all set up and ready for some exploring? Yes. All right. Reckon you all ready now? Then let's pick ourselves a lawbreaker for you to find. Well, you gotta pick your pick the sorry bunch of characters. Let's see, which should we pick? As a mentor, how about I do the choosing? Don't choose anyone too scary. Yes, sir, I hear you. Let's see, eeny meeny. Stand clear, updating listings. Stand clear, updating listings. What's that? What's happening? Oh, the day is getting updated. It's being updated. Yeah, you see that the panel flipped over. What's going on here? The outlaw notice board and job bulletin are set up on revolving panels. While the panels is flipped over, the Pokemon named Dugtrio swaps out the old jobs with new ones. Dugtrio? Updating data is Doug Trio's duty. His tunnel all the way to our guild. Then he moves the panda and updates the data. So we're seeing kind of how he does it. Duty doesn't get noticed much, but it's very important. Yup. That's why the trio takes such great pride in the duty he does. But that's so. Update completed, stand clear. Update completed, stand clear. Looks like he's done. Yes, sir. Data's updated. The list of ally has been refreshed. Let's pick one. What's ailing you? Why are you shivering all of a sudden? It's not cold here after all. Look at this one. Or look at this. On the top, on the left. It's Drowsy. He's a wanted criminal. We have to get moving. Azumarill will be in danger. Now what's going on? Where are you all off to? Look, there's Meryl. Meryl, what's the matter? Where are Azumarill and Drowsy? Yes, about them. After we all left, we went looking for our lost item together, but then we wound up all alone when Mr. Drowsy went somewhere with Azumarill. I called and called, but they didn't come back. I got scared. So which way did they go? That way. Alright, we are at the dungeon entrance. Usually when we enter a mystery dungeon, we'll have a, entrance scene and an exit scene. Again, sometimes the exit scene doesn't have anything. Sometimes there might be a boss fight, like we had our first mystery dungeon. But there's also normally entrance scene as well. You think Drowsy and Azumarill went in this direction? Yes. Look, the Drowsy and Azumarill you saw in your dream. You were saying you saw them in a mountainous place, right? Got the feeling that they're up ahead here. Let's get moving. Mount Bristol, 4-1. Alright, let's do this. Looks like these Pokemons are still a bit tanky. Again, the dungeon here is pretty open, so we're able to kind of see everywhere. Again, I think, funny enough, the first dungeon, it was like shadows, so we couldn't see up ahead too far. But it seems like these last two dungeons, maybe because they're kind of more beginner, they're having us see everything, which is nice. I'm not gonna explore too much. I think for the first few dungeons I want to explore a lot, but now I think we can just focus on objectives. I'll have time to explore dungeons and collect items and such off camera, but for videos I think it's important to just focus on just clearing the dungeon and doing the objective so that the video doesn't get dragged on for too long. I also picked up a Pecha Berry right there. Pecha Berry is another one of those items that you always want to have in your inventory. The reason why is because Pecha Berry heals you from poison. Poison is very dangerous in this game because when you're poisoned, you can't actually heal when you're walking. The best way to heal in this game is to walk around. And so not being able to walk around is pretty dangerous. So having a Pecha Berry is important. You can also see here that, what was I gonna say? Yeah, Pecha Berry is important because you can't heal. And I say that moving around is the best way to heal. You can also just stand in one spot. So if I take a lot of damage here, I'm gonna take some damage here. Okay, so normally if I walk around, I heal myself. So see my HP, it got to 36 right now. My belly's at 81. I can also just stand in one space. See, it says wait and heal, AB. So if I press AB, I just stand in one place. Other Pokemon are still able to move. Yeah, you see that? So that Spinarak was moving when I was holding A and B. And it also takes hunger. So I'm at 79 now. So you don't need to walk around to heal. You can stand in one place and heal. But I like walking and healing just because it means that I'm more efficient with my my game time. Sitting around and healing. Obviously, sometimes you need to stand and heal if you're really low, but that's what orange berries are for. I had an escape orb. I'm scoring the escape orb on top of pecha berries, orange berries, apples, max elixirs. An escape orb is also a extremely important item to have in your bag. You always want an escape orb. What this does is it makes you escape from a dungeon. If you get stuck in a pickle and you're afraid of getting knocked out, you can use an escape orb, and the escape orb allows you to escape the dungeon, so you basically save all your items. It's something that I do if I want to save my items. But yeah, an escape orb is very important to have. You always want to have an escape orb, in my opinion, in your inventory. You can always exit out of dungeons. I think, but if you exit out of dungeons, it kind of treats it. I think it treats it as like you getting knocked out, and so you lose a bunch of items if you decide to. You lose a bunch of items if you decide to exit the dungeon manually, I believe. I'll test it out because I'm not exactly sure how exiting it works without using an escape orb, but I'm pretty sure you can exit without an escape orb, and it just kind of exiting without an escape orb. Just pretty sure it treats it as a knockout. I could be wrong though. All right. So I kind of want to move like this so that my mudkip can help me attack. I'm kind of low on HP right now, so hopefully I don't die to this Nidorino. Okay, sweet. I don't have an orange berry. I would like an orange berry. I have a stick. How do I set? I'm gonna start setting some of these items. I'm gonna set the Geo Pebble. How do I throw set items again? LR. Okay. So we'll test that out soon here. Okay. There's a bunch of Pokemon here that I need to get through. I guess I'll just Ember for a stab here. Yeah, a whole bunch of Pokemon, but it's okay. Early game XP is never a bad thing, right? And as I say that, we go another level. I learned Taunt. Sometimes Taunt could be good, but I'm not sure if I'll be using Taunt that much. Yeah, growing levels in this game, kinda spoilers, but it's very hard to gain levels in this game. Mystery Dungeon games are pretty... Oh, Oranberry, perfect. Mystery Dungeon games are pretty rough in terms of being able to XP train. For some reason, it just feels really bad to XP train in these games. But yeah, it's... Oh my gosh, I'm gonna take a lot of damage. Alright, so if I'm in a situation like this where I potentially will die to like a crit, you can always let your partner fight. You see how Mudkip, you know, is taking damage. And then of course you can always check how much HP they have by doing something like that. So they still have 33 HP. And they healed up. So I'm pretty sure LB is the display log. Yeah, I think I can change this up here. Turn on the spot. Set. I think there's a way you can change the controls. Oh, others. When is it options? Touchscreen. Far off pals look. Yeah, so window. I can change. I will keep normal window. Map. That is if you want to just look at the map. Message log, dungeon hits, mission objectives. Okay. So I'm not exactly sure, because I think there's a way you can change this top so that you see other stuff. Regardless, before you go to the next floor, you should always try to heal just in case you spawn next to some Pokemon. So I'm just gonna hold A and B right now. Again, you can see my belly go down. I see a Pokemon here, so I'm just gonna avoid it there. But yeah, you always want to heal up before you go to the next floor, because there's always a chance that you spawn next to a Pokemon, and that would not be very good if you're low HP. X-I Seed. You can throw X-I Seed at a tough enemy to make it dizzy and behave strangely, but don't eat it yourself. Yeah, so certain berries you don't want to eat yourself, you throw it to a Pokemon so that the effect kind of triggers on them. Alright, we got another Nidorino here. We got an apple. Alright. I don't have many embers left. You can see that some Pokemon, if you damage them enough, they actually run away from you. So I'm going to throw a pebble here. Does 10 damage on the Doduo. You might think because it's a rock and I'm throwing it at a bird, it hits for super effective, but in that case, it wasn't super effective. We're on floor 10 of the dungeon here. I can tell that this way leads to nowhere, so I'm just gonna walk the opposite direction. Yeah, so as you see there, special moves can be thrown or can be used through corners. But physical moves cannot be used through corners. So it's nice having Mudkip as a backup Pokemon, because Mudkip uses special moves and it can attack through corners, which is very nice. Mount Bristle Peak. Uh-oh, it's a dead end. Excuse me, Mr. Drowsy, where is my lost item? Could you show me where the item is now? Sorry, kiddo, your lost item, I'm not sure. It's not here, that's for sure. Huh? My big brother's following us, right? He's coming soon? Nope, your big brother's not coming. I'll let you in on a little secret. This is all a trick. I deceived you. Huh? But let's not dwell on that. There's a little favor I need to ask. See that hole behind you? Well, there's a rumor that there's a trove of thief treasure inside there. But as you can see, I'm too big to square my way through the hole. But that's where you come in. Don't worry, just do as I say, do that, then I'll help you get back out of there. But go on, get along. Go into that hole, and don't forget to bring back the treasure. I want my big brother. Hey, stop that. Jeez, I said that I'll take you home when you're done. If you keep being difficult, it will mean big trouble for you. Help. Stop right there. We won't let you do that. Drowsy, you bully. How did you find this place? We're Team Klee Club, an exploration team. No criminals can escape us. An exploration team? You came to apprehend? Huh? Are you trembling? Huh, I figured it out. You say that you're exploration team, but you're total rookies. Ha, that's right. I'm a wanted Pokemon with a bounty on my head. But can you do the job? Can you confront this outlaw and bring him to justice? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We'll never lose to a bad guy like you. Haha. I've been chased by all sorts of exploration teams in my day, but never a sorrier looking bunch than you two. This should be a laugh. Let's see if you can take me down. Show me what you got. And boss music. I'm gonna go down here so that Drowsy lines up with me. And then when Drowsy lines up with me, I can go ahead and throw the X-Seed. Yeah. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And so hopefully Mudkip is not gonna be an idiot and actually go towards the Drowsy. Okay, Mudkip, please start attacking. Alright, Mudkip, please. Yeah, so using seeds to your advantage like that could be very useful. It doesn't always work. Certain Pokemon, they kind of resist seeds better. You can see now Drowsy is burned. which is a really good because it means that it will take damage every so often. I'm pretty sure you still are able to heal when you're burned, but you take damage every so often, and of course your attack is halved. Right now I'm paralyzed, so I can't do anything. It's a really bad stats condition because you can very easily get paralyzed and then get defeated by the enemy Pokemon. So you kind of have to be careful when you're paralyzed. But of course that whole battle I was trying to just position Mudkip so that Mudkip could help out with the fight, and pretty simple. We came to rescue you. Are you all right? You're not hurt, are you? I'm okay. Great, what a relief. Your big brother's waiting, let's go home. Okay. I am Magnezone, the primary officer in this region. Thanks to you, we have been able to arrest the wanted outlaws. We owe you great thanks for your cooperation. We will send a reward to your guild. Thank you again. Now come with us. Aww. Azumarill. Meryl? Wow. Meryl, it was so scary. You okay, Azumarill? Are you hurt? He's fine. The little guy hasn't been harmed in any way. Really? That's a relief. Oh, Azumarill. I'm glad you kids are happy. You did this all for us, Mudkip and Blizzard. We won't forget what you did for us. Thank you so much. Come on, Azumarill, you too. Yep. Thank you very much. Thank you for rescuing me. Really thank you. The Exploration Team Federation has sent a message. Our team was rewarded with an enlarged treasure bag. Now you can carry more items than you could before. Wait, there's one more message. The special episode Bidoo's Whiff has been unlocked. I'm not sure what this is. To play a secret episode, select it from the episode list on the top menu. If you like to play the special episode, save your adventure progress and return to the top menu. Again, this is my first time playing Explorer of Skies, so there potentially could be features that are added in this game that weren't added in, or that weren't available in Darkness in Explorer of Time. That might be one of those features. I don't remember there being a secret episode feature in those games, so that's exciting. I've gotten the bounty from Officer Magnezone for the captured outlaw. Well done, you two. Here's your share of the job. It's yours to keep. $3,000 and 90% of it shared to the guild. I received only $300. What? This is all we get after all that hard work. But of course, it's all part of the training, and we expected just as much effort tomorrow. Hee. Granted, we do get like fed, and we do get like a bed and a place to stay and sleep, so it's not that bad. Eventually, who knows, maybe we'll find our own place to sleep and we can keep all the money, who knows. I'll be happy if our share of the reward is just a little bigger. But that's alright, we managed to save Azumarill. And it's all thanks to you, because you had that dream. We learned about Azumarill's trouble in advance. It's true, I can't explain it, but that first shout I heard from Azumarill, and that dream I had, keep being difficult, it will mean big trouble for you. Both of those events, they took place in the future. Why was I able to see something like that? What was that dream about? Oh, my stomach growled. Ah, your stomach growled too. You must have worked up big appetite. We were so focused on rescuing Azumarill that I didn't notice at all. And now I'm even hungrier. Come on, let's get to dinner. Crunch, munch, chew, chew, snuffle, slurp. Crunch, munch, chew, chew, snuffle, slurp. Crunch, munch, chew, chew, something. Oh, is this something that we need both screens for? Okay, the top screen doesn't have anything, so I'll keep you updated if the top screen has something. Wow, that lightning's intense. Looks like it's really stormy tonight. Hold on, you know the night before we met? It was storming that night. I found you out cold on the beach the day after that stormy night. Well, do you remember anything about being out cold on the beach? Could you remember anything at all? I wonder, There was a storm, but how did I end up unconscious there? Nope, I can't remember a thing. I guess it won't be that easy. But that's alright. Just try remembering a little at a time. We have to get up early tomorrow. Let's get some sleep. Listen, are you still awake? I've been thinking it over since it happened. That strange dream you had. Maybe it has to do with your personality. That's just the feeling I get. I'm sure I don't know any other chimchar who dream about the future. And I've never heard of a human suddenly turning into a Pokemon either. That's why I think those two events are connected. I can't help feeling that way. The key to unlocking my memory, was it in that dream? But even if it were true, how does it relate to anything else? I have no way of knowing what you were like as a human, but I think you must have been a good person. After all, it was your dream to help us catch that bad Pokemon. Bad Pokemon, huh? Oh, it reminds me of what Chetok said. The growing number of bad Pokemon has been caused by time going out of whack. You know, time is getting messed up, bit by bit, all over the world. No one seems to know why, but everyone believes that the time gears are somehow involved. Time gears? They say time gears are hidden in secret places around the world. Like in the forest. Or in a lake in an underground cavern. I've even heard that there's a hidden altar inside a volcano. At the center of such places, it's what's known as a time gear. Time gears serve a very important function. Each one protects time and keeps time flowing properly in its region. But what happens if a region loses time gear? I don't really know the answer to that question. My guess is that the time gear is removed from a region, the flow of time in that region will probably stop too. That's why everyone makes sure never to disturb the time gears. Everyone has long been certain that some kind of disaster would strike, so everyone stays away from the time gears and doesn't tamper with them. Even the most hardened criminals know to avoid messing with them. Do my eyes deceive me? Could it be? Yes, it is. I finally found it, a time gear. But this is only the first of many. The next morning. Up and at 'em. It's morning. Good morning. I think we're gonna save our adventure and go to the top menu. So, I'm gonna end that one there. We kind of, these videos are going very long, by the way. I'm sorry about that, but I don't think I'm gonna cut anything out of this video. But yeah, we got kind of our first thing there. Yes, our first major objective completed. You can see the drowsy here. And yeah, we also learned about our ability to be able to see the future and Time Gears. And we also saw a sneak peek at a Grovyle at the end there, which is very interesting. If you guys ever played Mystery Dungeon, Explorer of Time, Darkness, or Skies, I think we all like Grovyle. Grovyle is probably, if you play these games, Grovyle is probably your second or your favorite second evolution of any starter. It's probably Grovyle. Obviously we'll get to Grovyle in the future, but yeah, Grovyle, as you can see, plays a very important part in these certain games here. But anyways, that kind of does it for this video, like I mentioned. So again, thank you so much for watching. You're beautiful the way you are. And I'll catch you in the next Pokemon Explorer of Skies videos. Indeed. Thank you for watching.